Hey there. Have you recently changed your mind about something? Do you do something differently now than before? Have you changed a habit or an opinion? Today we're talking about changing our minds. English without fear, where you can learn to speak English naturally through listening to stories. We grow up in families, live with our parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, and we are accustomed, we're used to their way of doing things and their way of thinking. But then, as young adults, we move out of the house on our own. We might go to university or start working, develop friends of our own, and we start to decide things for ourselves. And often we change our mind or opinion or our habits. I have changed my mind about some really important issues of life, and then lots of not so important. When I met Mike, we were both in the Army. We were Army officers. And when we got married, I did not want to have any kids. I was committed to my Army career. But then, about 3 years later, having seen other Army women who were married have children while still in the Army, I changed my mind. I could picture that. So we decided to try to have a child. And we did. Graham, our oldest son, was born. And I am very glad. We now have 2 children and 6 grandchildren. That was a good decision. Another major or big issue that we both changed our minds about was about church. We grew up attending one kind of Protestant church, but we eventually left that Protestant denomination and switched or changed to another. That was a big decision, and we took our time to talk about it, study, pray, and think about it. Why did we change the church where we worship? Because we did not agree with the first denomination about their approaches to the Bible. So we found a group of Protestant churches that treat the Bible the way we believe it should be treated. And we are very happy now in our new church, our new denomination. One time I thought it would be healthier for us to be vegans. Yes. I had watched a documentary about the health benefits of going meatless and not eating meat products. So I convinced my poor husband, who liked meat, that it was healthier. He's a very kind and loving man, and so he agreed to me fixing 4 vegan dinners a week. And he would eat his normal breakfast and lunch and I would cook a little bit of meat 3 nights a week. I ate vegan for breakfast and lunch, and the 4 nights that I fixed vegan dinners. Then I gave it up after only 4 months. Why did I give it up? 2 major reasons. One, it was a lot of food prep. A lot of food prep because I like to cook real foods. And number 2, I had a lot of gas and discomfort from eating all those beans and corn products and starch and rice. It all tasted good, but my body did not like it. So we switched to being low carb keto, which means a lot of meat, healthy fats, dairy products, nuts, some vegetables, and a little bit of fruit. He is much happier and so am I, and we've been eating that way for 6 years. Something connected with that I never thought I would do is we gave up eating breakfast. Yes, they call that intermittent fasting, when you eat 2 meals a day and leave your body at rest so it can heal from digesting. I never thought I would skip breakfast, but we usually stop eating by 8 p.m. and then we don't have our first meal until 11:30 in the morning or 12, and that's good for the digestion system. It is not healthy to be eating all the time. Your poor body is working, and it needs a rest. The most recent change I've made is to go back and join Costco once again. I did an entire episode on this channel about why I hate Costco. I had been a member of Costco 2 different times, but always ended up spending too much money, all those good prices. But a couple years ago, we were visiting Wes, our youngest son, and his wife Anne, and their kids, and I saw all the products that Anne bought from Costco that I liked and how much cheaper they were. So I joined Costco for the 3rd time, but this time I shop differently. I buy only what is on my list and nothing else. I go in, get all my products, and get right back out. And it has saved us money and makes me happy. So I'm glad that I gave it another chance, but I changed my purchasing or my buying habits. When I asked Mike, what are some things that you have changed your mind about? He gave me one serious item and one not so serious item. He used to be very much for gun control, no gun ownership by private citizens. But he changed his mind after we lived in England. And now he believes that as an American, he has the right to keep and own weapons at home for self-protection and also for the fun of target shooting. Something that's not that serious that he changed his mind on is about Birkenstock sandals. You know those German sandals? The kids and I always wore them, and he used to make fun of us and think they look stupid. Never say never. But now, in fact, for the last 20 years, Mike loves his Birkenstock sandals. So, you see, we do change our minds, and it's good to be willing, for a good reason, to change your mind about something. Well, what about you? What is something or a few things you have changed your mind about and that you are glad? Leave me a comment below this video. I'd be curious. Well, that's it for this episode of English Without Fear. I'm Maria. Talk to you next time.